someday I will figure out how to do this. But hello, everyone. I'm gonna I'm gonna pop the chat in real quick, and we're gonna sip and snark together. And I'm so happy to see everybody. It's a little gloomy here in where I live, and I'm getting over a cold. But everyone better get a delicious drink and a snack for this, because it may be a wild ride. Cheryl and Amber and Amy, do y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick? And then also, y'all, purple hearts in the chat for Jen, because she is going through it right now. She's going to be supporting from the live chat, so keep an eye out for her there for sure. So, okay.
Happy birthday, Erica. I can start. Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, Erica.
Oh, that's happy birthday. Yay. Okay, am I lagging?
No, I don't think so. No. You're here. At least it might be lagging on your end, but you're good on our end.
Okay. All right. Well, I can introduce myself, I guess. My name's Amy, and I was a Diamond Beachbody coach. I was also rank 5 in Prove It, and was in Primerica, Herbalife, Isagenix. I mean, all of them. I did my best to hit all the MLMs until I realized how horrible they were. So, and it has been a wild ride going through this stuff today. So brace yourself, Amber.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amber Nye. I was in Beachbody for 5 years. It's the only MLM that I was part of, but I did buy products from other people who were in other MLMs. And so since I got out, it's been my mission to just spread accurate information and get my story and other people's stories out there, so people who are in Beachbody or thinking of joining Beachbody can have all the facts presented to them to make an informed decision and save themselves the time, the money, the fractured relationships with friends and family, and also just the toxic diet culture that is so prevalent and that Beachbody thrives on, and the damage it has done to our mental health and our physical health, right? So yeah, I think that's it for me.
That's good.
So everything that Amber said, I am Cheryl Spears, and I have a podcast called Call Cheryl Hunt. And what we do on the podcast is I welcome anybody who was in an MLM or even currently in an MLM to share their stories, to just have conversation about what they went through, what they, everything that they healing, non-healing, whatever. I'm not a therapist. We just have conversation. And I started the podcast and started speaking out against specifically Beachbody because I was part of Beachbody for 8 years. I won't say that I was a coach for the entire 8 years, but I was a coach for at least 5 of those 8 years. I was always a customer, and I was always participating in something to do with Beachbody. I was with, I have been a distributor for It Works. I have been a distributor for Modere. I have been, Modere. I have been a part of even Avon at one point, I believe, and Mary Kay, I believe. I think I was just a kit snapper for like Mary Kay and Red Aspen fingernails during 2020, the lockdown. So I've had a lot of experience. They're pretty much all the same. You build a team, you make money. You can't just join a MLM company just to get a discount on products, because you end up spending more every single month. So anyways, I am long-winded. I do apologize, everyone. If you've listened to my podcast, you definitely understand that. But yeah, so it's here to let people share their stories about their time in an MLM, or even if they're in an MLM now and they want to come on and share their story. I'm open for anything. So, and everything Amber said.
Well, I love that. I'm DeeCee. I'm an MLM dropout. I was never in Beachbody, but I used the Beachbody products before they were a multi-level marketing company. And in my process of leaving my last multi-level marketing company, I ran into Amy on the internet, and she helped me through some stuff and kind of took me under her wing and introduced me to all of this, the Snark crew, as we call ourselves. And I don't know, it's been great so far. And we do miss Jen. She's in the chat. She's recovering from an injury. So we're going to have to hold down the fort with just 4 of us and everybody who's participating in the live chat. And replay crew, much non-culty love to you. Thanks so much for adding commentary after the stream. If you can't catch this live, I know we have a lot of friends who are in different time zones and have work and all that other good stuff. So definitely much appreciation to the replay crew as well. So Amy, what kind of magic were you performing on the former Beachbody Hun's stuff today? Because I'm looking at this PowerPoint presentation. One, kudos. Thank you for not making my eyes
You
bleed.
made it a PowerPoint? Oh, this is going to be great.
Love it.
I'm scared. I'm seriously scared because I just recently started sharing some of my former Hun stuff. And you want to know what's crazy? I don't usually find them. It's my husband that finds them. And you know why? It's because we were taught to tag them on Facebook. So everything that I tagged him in, he'll be like, Cheryl, go read your memories. Just go look at this. Like, read that. And I'm like, oh my God.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I was going to say, I've been saving, like, every time a memory of Beachbody comes up, I save it in a folder on my Facebook. So they're all in that folder.
Oh, I need to start doing that.
I have a lot. And I just sent Amy like a tiny little smidge. But there's
Oh my gosh.
a lot.
So as I started going through mine, my husband was like, do you remember that your iCloud actually was connected to mine, so you haven't seen any of your stuff? And I was like, no, I have a lot of stuff. He's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
And he sent me like a link to, and I was like, holy crap. Oh no.
Can we put Deanne?
So
Can we put Deanne's comment on the screen?
Deanna,
Which one? Today's her
Deanna
last day
Grimes.
working with
Grimes.
Weight Watchers.
Oh,
So Deanna said, I just wanted to share that thanks to much of what is shared by the Snark crew, today is my last day working at Weight Watchers. Well, not an MLM, still diet culture.
Actually, they are. I think they are an MLM now. They
really
are they?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Because they
have a
we did
now, and yeah. It's MLM adjacent.
ISK. It's MLM-esque because I did Weight Watchers, I think, about 2 years ago. It could be completely different now. And I know that you get a discount if you refer people into Weight Watchers. So you get a discount on your monthly fee. What?
I ran Weight Watchers at work.
Ooh,
look at you!
So they
Amy.
would come.
You just everything.
They would come to our office. And we would do the weigh-in there. We would do the meetings there. And our company subsidized it. And you could pay for it through like payroll deductions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing.
Wow.
It was rough.
Well, Deanna, congratulations. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just going to say, someone asked if they did a name change. Yeah, they're WW now because they're trying to get away from it, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to, I press present. I just have, my screen is so big that it's creating a top and a bottom border I don't want, so I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. So one second. Let me see.
All right, so I will share. I shared with these guys. I made this, I was making this video presentation, whatever. And my 14-year-old came in and started watching it. And she was like, oh my gosh, you guys are awful. I was like, yeah, Yeah, we were.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
I did
God.
everything.
It's bad.
Oh, God. Everything that I shared that has my kids in it, I did get their permission today.
That's awesome.
I do have to take them for ice cream later in order to use it, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
we got this. So let me just put this in pop-up view.
And the first part is Jen. We get to actually do a little bit of Jen roasting at the beginning. She gave us permission.
Oh, yay. Okay, I think I've got this good. So let me try to share screen again. Share screen.
Stacy
Oh,
says,
heck
I
yeah.
support the ice cream trip.
Whoops. Okay.
Right?
Look
That's what I'm
at
Oh, I
thinking,
love
like,
this. Look
Yo,
at
Oh
this,
my god, this
Amy.
is so cute.
Y'all
is so
throw some
good.
stars, 5 stars in the chat for Amy because we love a PowerPoint that doesn't make our eyes bleed. So I'm
I
so
love
excited.
it.
It's
Brace yourself.
coordinated.
It isn't pretty.
Oh my God, this is
This is
amazing. Okay.
I love the color scheme and everything.
Yes.
Wow.
it's
Totally
okay.
my vibe.
I know.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself.
It isn't pretty.
Isn't pretty. Oh Lord.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to. Hopefully this works. Hold on.
Downtown.
Clown Town, Tanya.
Oh,
Karina's in here too. I saw.
Amy,
Yeah,
this
she's
is so fancy. Trigger
I-
warnings.
Yes.
Before and after pictures, religious manipulation, toxic positivity, all the cringe. So if diet culture is not your thing, this is if it's gonna put you in a bad mental place if you watch this, pop out. I mean, we'll take a pity but definitely protect your mental health. We're never someone to be like, you have to watch it or you're not committed. No, just take care of
No.
yourself. That's the whole point, is to be self-aware, know where you're at, and then be able to advocate for yourself. And we're going to remind you
Absolutely.
to advocate for yourself too. So, all right, here we go. Next slide. Oh, I'm the game master. Heck yeah. Oh, players. Oh my gosh. Amy,
This is
I
so
love
good.
this PowerPoint so much. I
do
good.
too.
freaking love it. Oh my God, it's amazing.
So pretty.
My heart's so happy right now. I'm getting a little endorphin boost because I love looking at this because it's so cute. All right.
Who did the intro for our weekly thing? You?
I did, but I
You
have
see,
to put
that's
music
good
to
too.
it.
I like it. That's good too. I really like that. Good job.
Thanks. I just didn't get time to put music in. So,
Look at
Jen
Jen,
B,
1 star diamond.
1-star diamond. So anyone who says that, they're just haters and they weren't successful, all of them, even that worked their ass off. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Amy. They worked their butt off to
You can,
to get
you
there.
can
And
swear. I've been swearing it all day.
Oh, okay. 1-star diamond is not anything to sniff at, if that makes sense. So
No, it is not. Believe
all right.
me.
And in this little picture, it says #no more excuses, and then time to make yourself a priority. If that's not Kat Napolitano-esque, I don't know what is. So,
Oh Lord.
all
You
right.
just wait. I can't wait.
Nutrition
Oh.
advice that you should not follow. Is this all from Jen?
Yep.
This is all Jen. This is all Jen.
Oh, Jen. Okay. Here, we'll take turns reading it, but I'll read y'all read it because there's 3 of y'all, and I
Okay.
read the last one.
Okay,
When
I'll
you
take
were-
the first
when
one.
you- Oh,
Do
go
you
for
want to
it.
take it, Cheryl?
I was just gonna go for
No,
it.
go
Sometimes
for it.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna go for it. When you are
Do it.
when you are invited over for a breakfast of New York bagels, but eating bagel will make you feel like poo, you eat before you go.
Oh.
All right,
Oh,
Amber.
keep going. I can keep going.
And bring your superfoods and almond butter to have with 1/4 of a giant everything bagel.
Is Autumn Calabrese ghostwriting for you, Jen? Because this is on brand for Beachbody. I will say that. I'm a little snarky
Yeah.
right now. I'm on cough medicine.
The
so,
encouraging to bring your containers everywhere you
Oh,
go.
Oh boy.
And let's just
And
add a
Jen
little,
says,
guilt.
Jen says in the comments, eating bagels never make me feel like poo.
All right. So, ladies, just remember when you have health goals, you do whatever you need to do to stay on track. If people get offended, that says everything about them and nothing about you.
Holy moly.
Boom.
Oh, Jen.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I ate more than a quarter of the bagel.
Love that. The truth comes out. Oh my gosh.
I mean, how can you eat a fourth of a bagel? That's like this much.
It's like a bite. It's like literally one bite almost.
And like a New York bagel, like, come on.
Wasn't so in that comment where you dig out the middle of the bagel,
Yep.
I really believe that I know that I'm not a nutrition or anything like that, but I know that has anybody else heard this, that I think that that's a big myth. Like bagels don't have more anything or not worse for you than bread. Am I right or am I losing my mind? I've heard that before.
I honestly don't know. I know that they're always trying to save calories, so you know, they're trying to throw out most of what you're eating so you get by nature less calories. So all right, let's go to the next one. Amy will be right back. What did Jen eat?
What did Jen eat on the
Oh
Scooby
my-
mindset?
Y'all see how
Obviously.
good this PowerPoint is? I'm sorry, I'm so stuck on this. For looking at such bad PowerPoints for so long in like every single Zoom call, I just appreciate how cute this is, how it's clear, the text is big enough for the titles. I mean, it's great. Okay, what did Jen eat? Study time, # always learning. 4 food groups. Veggies makes us full and satisfied. Proteins keep us full and satisfied. Carbohydrates give us energy. FFCs give us sustained energy and are best for weight loss. Accessories get us eating more veggies and make our meals pop with flavor. What? What is an FFC?
What is an FFC?
I didn't do Tubi mindset because that came after I left. So
Hold on. What?
I really
I can't
don't
remember.
Jen said Alana has her blocked.
Flexible flat cables. I'm joking.
What?
I'm joking.
Full
I
fiber?
Googled it.
Is it full
What?
fiber carb? Okay, yes. Jen
Fiber-filled
said
carb.
fiber filled.
Fiber
I'm like,
filled.
oh.
I said flexible flat cables.
I mean, that probably doesn't have a lot of calories in it, so it's probably approved on the
Fiber-filled carbs. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And more. Oh no, Shakeology.
Of course.
Yum.
With the good, that's the good peanut butter, not the bad peanut butter. Or
the almond butter. Almond
Yeah.
butter.
yeah, that's the good. Not
I mean,
the
this
bad.
does look like it'd be better. It has coffee in it. It has half of a small banana, not more, just half, on brand.
Yeah.
Vegan chocolate, Shakeology, unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I guess almond butter on the side.
To go with her fourth of a bagel.
Oh, that makes sense.
The expensive almond butter.
Yep.
She said.
Justin's is expensive. It's
Everyone-
good, but it's expensive.
Everyone who's coming in the chat, hello. We are roasting ourselves, and I'm just what is it? Roasting myself by association. I was never in Beachbody, but I definitely did P90X, and I did the other one when they were still partnering with 𝐓𝐇𝐓𝐅𝐔𝐋. There was like a Pilates one or something back in the day. So we're on Jen right now, and we're about to go to the next slide.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh. How much did
How
Jen
much
lift?
did Jen lift?
Oh.
Jen.
Those are little. This is
Those are
little.
itty bitty ones, Jen. You lift more than that in your sleep now.
Yep.
It looks like the heaviest weight is maybe 10 pounds, which is on brand for
Yeah, because Autumn, because it was about high reps and at low weight. That was her thing, doing a lot of reps.
Oh, yep. Oh yeah, and just for everyone, any videos that are going to be shared with children in it, all of the parents here have asked for their kids' permission to share it. So
I don't think any of mine has my kids in it for that reason.
The one I'm dancing in does, but
love it.
My kids said no. If they're in there, it's okay. I'll talk to them about it later.
Cool. And then her picture is her drinking Shakeology. Lasting change, consistency is a necessity. Same breakfast, Monday through Friday. Banana, unsweetened.
I think that if I'm correct with Jen's podcast episode, that was what she was showing on her stories. But behind the scenes, she was doing something else. I think, if I'm correct.
Well, I think a lot of us were.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we would be doing, like 21 Day Fix, and then throw in some T25 in there as well. So, like, my upline, she was in the PIO, the test group for PIO, but she was doing kickboxing at a gym at the same time. So while she got great results, it wasn't just from PIO.
Yeah. So Jen said that. Yep. She said, so Monday through Friday on her stories, and then she would go to Starbucks and get a venti caramel macchiato and a coffee cake. Yep. I remember that. She said that on the podcast.
Yeah. And if y'all haven't listened to the episodes where Cheryl has interviewed Amber and Amy and Jen. I mean, I was on it too, but if you're looking for a Beachbody, if you're looking for a true Beachbody, exit kind of interview and all the details into that, definitely check out Jen's episode and Amber's episode and Amy's episode.
Actually, Amy's episode is more about Prove It than it is Beachbody.
Okay.
Because everybody pretty much knows Amy's story, so we dug a little bit into it, but we definitely went over more of Prove It. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did Jen shill another MLM product?
Of course she did. Jen, what is that?
Vital?
What
is
MLM
it Vital?
Is that?
We don't know.
Is it Modere?
I mean, it looks like other people's vitamins that I've seen on the internet recently.
It looks like.
Did you have to?
Is it?
That is not Modere.
Yeah.
It's not. It works. What is it? Can somebody read that? Vital
nutrients. Vital nutrients. It looks like, but I don't know. I've never heard of that MLM. Those are supplements from a naturopath.
𝐔𝐒𝐄.
Oh. I have heard of 𝐔𝐒𝐄.
Are they an MLM?
𝐔𝐒𝐄 is, I think. Amy's back. So Amy, we're looking at this, and I know you put this PowerPoint together. These are, Jen just said these are her supplements that she was taking from a naturopath.
They are
from 𝐔𝐒𝐄, and 𝐔𝐒𝐄 is a multi-level marketing company.
Yes, they are.
Okay, next.
Don't just Google it.
Oh,
Did she redeem herself?
Anchor Fit Club, hell yeah, y'all! She's taking clients right now.
Yes, she is.
Anchor Fit Club, y'all can read this. I'm gonna pause myself so I can sneeze.
Bless you. All right,
Jen, you just celebrated what, your 2-3 year anniversary of Anchor Fit?
So for the Anchor Fit Club, at Anchor Fit Club, we value human rights, equality, kindness, empathy, and being an ally to marginalized and oppressed communities. We are strong in our core values and understand that social justice issues are health issues. recognizing that everyone has implicit bias. We are willing to listen, learn, validate others' experiences that are not like our own, and sometimes have hard conversations. There is no place for racism, xenophobia, weight bias, transphobia, white supremacy, hate, ableism, misogyny, or conspiracy theories here. We understand that we can differ in opinions, like pineapple belonging on pizza, but there's zero room for differing on human rights. I approve that message.
Love that.
I love it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, Amber. Here we go. Now before we begin into this what I'm sure is going to be an eye-opening PowerPoint presentation on you, Amber. What really like got you like, oh my gosh, I see Beachbody and that is for me. Like, what really connected with your, like, I don't know, that decision maker in your heart that you're like, I'm going to do that?
Well, I was already a customer, and then I was approached like on Facebook by a coach who was like, oh, I see like your updates doing insanity and your results are great. And did you know you could make money doing this? And we had just, a couple months before that moved to Kentucky for Jake to go to medical school. And I couldn't find a job. I had small kids. So that really enticed me that I could make money from home. Being a stay-at-home mom, I wouldn't have to pay for daycare or anything like that. So that's really what pulled me in. Also, I was like super lonely and isolated because I didn't know anybody. So I was really craving the community aspect too. So both of those things together were like, the perfect combo to just suck you in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there she is.
That was at my second summit. I was diamond at my second summit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
Was that one in Nashville?
Yeah, Nashville. Yep.
Okay, who was the concert that year?
Billy Idol.
Do you remember?
Billy Idol.
Okay, so we were there together.
Yeah. And
That's
honestly,
so
that was an awesome concert. It was great.
Oh, he was fantastic.
He put on a great show. It was really fun. But yeah.
Oops. There we go. Next. Our very own infomercial star. Amber B lost 52 pounds and won $500. After having 2 kids, terrible eating habits, and being a former smoker, I let myself get to the heaviest I have ever been. My life has changed drastically since joining Beachbody. I've lost 52 pounds over this last year and couldn't be happier. Not to mention, I've lost 10 pant sizes. 10. It just seriously blows my mind.
Yeah, I went from a 14 or like a 14, 16 to a 4. And I'm a size 14 now. And it's just crazy. I was just like so like disgusted with myself. I was so unhappy with the way that I looked. And even though I lost all that weight and the pant sizes, I still felt the same way about myself in that after.
And for someone looking at this right now, you having been out and you just saying that you're in the same pant size that you are talking about that you had lost in this picture, what has changed for you mentally from like when you got out of Beachbody and like how you think about yourself now?
In that before picture, I was like 2 months postpartum from having my middle child, from having Ray. So I was still very, fresh, new mom. Still, my body's still recovering from all of that. I mean, I had preeclampsia. I had a rough, like, end of my pregnancy with her. And then after I had DJ, that's kind of when like the body positivity movement was also kind of gaining traction on social media. And I was just over being told that my body that just did this amazing thing and growing a human and going, birthing this human, that it wasn't good enough, that I was less than because, my body was bigger. I weighed more. And I was just tired of my feminist ass conforming to these social ideals that are based off of misogyny and, the way that especially men think that we as women and mothers should look and how our bodies should look. So I was just kind of over all that. And I started really, that also kind of really helped me to see the light and how toxic they were and just how detrimental it had been to my mental health. Because even in that after photo, I still didn't think it was good enough. I had like 18% body fat there. And you can see I'm thin, but I have no muscle. I lost my butt. My boobs were tiny, itty bitties. So, and now I focus on, doing my Peloton and strength, really focusing on strength workouts. And while I'm a size 14, the same size I was in that before, now my body doesn't look the same because I've focused on different things and just moving for, joy and whatever makes me happy. So while I may be that same size, I embrace it now. And I don't have a problem if I've got, a couple rolls on my belly, because you know what? I'm 35 years old and I've had 3 kids. So if you have a problem with it, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelly said they sell you on hating your body and then they sell you on the solution. And I think that's a very accurate description on what we've seen Beachbody do.
Because my upline was telling me, oh, after you have your baby, then this is going to, reignite your business and you're going to have an amazing transformation. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm fine with my body how it is now. So it's,
Well, and I think the other thing is, as you look at it, you're thinking, okay, yeah, they're going to sell me the solution. And then they just don't tell you that that is not going to be a permanent solution that you can live with. And I remember, like, when I got down to my weight with Beachbody, it was like I was hungry all the time. I was tired. Like I wasn't at what I envisioned I would be when I lost weight, and I wasn't happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they do nothing, because your mindset is still there, like that negative mindset and how you feel and your self-confidence, and the body dysmorphia that you have surrounding your body and your size, and focusing on a number on the scale or the number in your pants. It's a mind fuck. Sorry, Amy's channel. That's just the word.
No, you're totally good.
I use for it. So
Good.
Yeah. And if you've never been in a situation where you're in an unhealthy mental space, or you're involved in a group and they're pushing these ideas and these disordered eating, it's hard to understand how twisty it can get so fast, and on how hard it is to unlearn all of that once you've left. Because not only are you unlearning these ideas you picked up, you also have to learn how to eat healthy and learn how to actually give your body nutrition and stuff again. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole
Auntie
thing.
Lushy said, I totally was going to say where your titties are, but I didn't want to be inappropriate. Again, they were small when I am naturally blessed, and they just, these things be thangin'. Y'all know that if you watch my Instagram stories. So even my mom was she was visiting one time and she held up one of my sports bras and she was like, it was tiny. She was like, whose bra is this? I was like, it's mine. Is the smallest size ever. So yeah, Jake wasn't happy when I had itty bitties because he's a boob guy. So.
Oh my gosh, Amber, you wanna read this one?
Well, I can't see it, but okay.
Okay, I'll see it. I can see it. I'll read it if you want.
Okay.
So the title says you worked from where, and this is Amber's post. My office view today. Thankful to have the job security to know to know that I can do what I need to do and do it well for that fact, and take my work with me wherever I go and under any kind of unexpected circumstances. Feeling great and breathing great too. Hardly any pain. They took me off suction and will be doing another x-ray here in the next hour. And then assuming my lungs stayed inflated, which I'm sure it has because I've been taking some really nice big deep breaths, they will take out the chest tube. And then hopefully I will be headed home later today. Can't wait to be unhooked from all these wires and tubes.
You
oh my
heard
God.
what?
So with my genetic condition that I have, it causes another rare condition called lymphangioliomyomatosis, or LAM for short. And it causes cysts to form in your lungs, and those little cysts can pop, and they made my lung collapse. So my lung collapsed. Actually, Jake diagnosed, he was still in medical school. He actually diagnosed me with my lung being collapsed. So I had to go all the way to Louisville, or Lexington, I should say. It's the University of Kentucky, to have this surgery, to take out the bad part of my lung. And they basically reinflate it with the chest tube. So that pain is worse than giving birth, I'm just going to say.
Wow.
Because they have to, and I was awake for it, getting that chest tube inserted. And then they had to take the one they put in out because it was too small. It got kinked, so they had to put a bigger one in. But so I went to University of Kentucky to have this surgery. And basically, like I said, they inflate your lung with the chest tube that keeps it inflated. And then with the surgery, they go in and basically they rough up the surface of your lung and they stick it to your rib cage. So yeah, Kelly, the pressure, it's like having an elephant sit on your chest. That it's so much pressure.
Wow.
The surgery, and I was working my Beachbody business from my hospital bed. And this post and talking about it is actually what got me doxxed by the Monat boss babes last year, because I saw a Monat or Monet rep who was in a terrible car accident, and she was shilling from her hospital bed. And I thought back to how I did the same thing and how sad it was, because, these companies make you feel like you can't ever rest. Even if something really bad happens to you, you have to continue to hustle no matter what. Like, can't even take a break, So, that was the second time my lung collapsed. So, it was a lot.
So if you're just joining us, we are going through and looking at old content from Jen, Amy, Amber, and Cheryl when they were in Beachbody. And it's going to be a range of lighthearted moments and heavy moments like this, because we see Beachbody behaving badly by encouraging people to work from anywhere, even when they're in a medically compromised situation. We saw that with Emma. We see this here with Amber, and it's encouraged. And it's encouraged by people at the top of the pyramid. And they're said, like, you can work from anywhere, and you better show people how amazing this opportunity is and how it is so flexible. And so even though Amber was going through this incredibly intense experience, this is just one of the facets of the problems with the Beachbody stuff. And so, okay.
Yep.
So how are you doing now with all your stuff? Are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Besides my brain stuff that I have going on and my little seizure episodes I'm having, I'm good.
Okay. I'm going to go to the next slide. What about
shame? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And before we continue, let me ask y'all this, because I mean, I'm just one to state the obvious question. Why did y'all want to do this? Why did y'all want to say, like, yeah, let's all look at our former content when we were in multi-level marketing and talk about the funny parts of it and the problems, and kind of expose yourselves like that? What? And I'd love to hear from all of y'all.
I was broke. Like, ultimately, I was broke. I was overweight, and I was promised. And I say promised because my upline lured me in with the fact of the matter that I was working 2 jobs. My husband had been, he was put on disability, and I had already lost. So I had a huge transformation. I had already lost 70 pounds, and that I could make a killing in the business. And we were going to build up our city where I'm from, and we were going to be boss babes, and I was going to retire and not have to work jobs. I mean, literally, that's why I did it. And I was so bought into that dream, and just that I think everything was content. And that was for me.
Yeah, everything was used as an opportunity to recruit, good and bad.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. And for me,
go ahead, Amy.
Oh, I was just going to say, for me, it was I wanted to lose weight. I had just had my 5th baby. And then, so that was a huge push. And then we were living in one of the most expensive places in the US. And it was like, okay, I can make a killing because I'm going to have such a great transformation, and it's going to help my family. And, so it was all of those things. And the community was huge for me as well.
Yeah.
I wanted the friendships.
Yeah, that's what it was for me too. And it's like, and we were also told to fake it till you make it, right? I mean, we were on food stamps and Medicaid while I was doing this, even though I was acting like we weren't, and we were making the money, and I was helping contribute to our family. Really, we were struggling broke in med school. We're still broke. He's still in training. But yeah, we were on food stamps for pretty much the whole time that I was doing Beachbody. So
what are y'all hoping, like, showing showing this old content from when y'all were in Beachbody? What are you hoping that this says to somebody who is still in Beachbody? And what are you wanting, this to communicate to them?
I would hope that they would see that, we were saying the exact same things that all of these coaches are saying on their social medias and trying to get people to join them. And that tune hasn't changed since we left. It's been the same exact, they've been reading from the same exact playbook the whole time. And even though they look like they're trying to turn things around and be different, they're really not. They're just changing the narrative and changing the way that they speak and how they word things. And I just hope that people would be able to see through the manipulations and the deceit.
And I think to add on to that, it goes to show, like, our credibility when it comes to how we can actually have conversations around, oh, that is deception. That's totally wrong. I know exactly what they're thinking, posting this stuff, or when they're saying this stuff. Everything. It doesn't matter if, and I'm going to just say Emily Favre, she has a million links on her. Everything that Emily does, or any top Beachbody coach or any Beachbody coach does, it is for the sole purpose to recruit you and get you to buy or join them in their Beachbody
Yeah,
business.
especially for a lot of the top coaches, right? Because
Yeah.
they're all friends. They're all friends with the super trainers. So they use that to be like, if you join me, then, you know,
Mhm.
you can be close with me and the people that I associate with who are celebrities in their own mind. So it's just it's that tug of hitting those pain points and trying to speak to people who are in vulnerable positions and mindsets to ultimately prey on them.
And I think another thing, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep talking, but I think another thing is that, you know, we weren't very large creators on the internet. We didn't have thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers. The people that we still impacted people. People still took what we put out there as face value. That's the problem. So when we share things about coaches that have large followings, it's really because it's not to be rude about them. It's not to hate on them. It's to really protect the people that we know that we used to go after, you know, and those people, I mean, I'm mad, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, especially with Ashley Molstead. I used to be like, I would say in an Ashley Molstead type fault, because I would have fought for her and like I was ride or die. So anything she said, offered, or anything, I would have balked, you know? And so.
Yeah, that was me with Autumn.
It
was me with Autumn.
Yeah.
Like, I loved her.
The difference is, and one of the things that makes it really concerning for me is we started to see the problems. We started to see how wrong it was. We started to ask questions, see those red flags, and started to think differently. And we were like, like for me, I said, I this is wrong. I can't do this. Like, this is not even right. There comes a point where and I'm being transparent here, because I'm telling you right now, if I would have been a very successful Beachbody coach, okay, if I would be as successful as Ashley Molstead, 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐿𝐒, or any of them, I would have just put it away, all of my ethics, all of my morals, and I would have just let that money roll into roll in, and not even thought anything else about it. That's why we go so hard for these people. I'm being like transparent, where I'm saying I would have been one of those people, and it was just not in my cards to be, because I don't believe that was. I don't know. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
Well,
Sorry.
the other thing to me, one of the reasons I think that it's important that we do this is because, you know, we were the man behind the curtain for Wizard of Oz. And so I think there is something very powerful with showing what was outside of the curtain and then listening to us explain what was behind the curtain, because those are the things you don't see. And it's to hold ourselves accountable. Like, we did it too, and we have said that, but I think it's important to show it, you know, to show some of our own things and to explain where we were and what we were thinking, and why we did the things we did. And, you know, and as I was going through some of my stuff, I kept telling my husband, like, I didn't realize how much I used this technique, because I didn't know it was a technique, but you start to see those things.
Yeah.
And it's sad and it's scary. And I think knowing those things, we have an obligation to share and to help other people not get to this point, because the regret is really rough.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amber, if I could ask you 2 questions, there's some comments that have come up. One of them's on the screen. The first one is, do you think Beachbody preyed on your conditions at all? And then Chelsea asked, do you think that Beachbody affected your health? I think maybe in a negative way, but related to your medical vulnerability.
They, like, my team and my upline, they definitely were like, oh, you should use this as, you know, an opportunity to be like, especially because I was back to like working out 2 weeks after I had surgery. So they were like, use that to say, oh, you were in such good health and great physical fitness, you know, you were able to heal that much more quickly. You know, like I said, because of my disorders, I have like seizure issues. And at one point they were like, oh, you know, there's someone else had said that drinking Shakeology had helped stop their seizures. And oh, me too, you know? So it was just when you're in it like that and like the hive mind sort of thing and not really fact checking things because you trust these people, they will definitely use anything to their advantage to get people to join. And then my health wise, like my mental health, absolutely. I mean, and my physical health, I was pushing myself to the limit to get these results and show that I was the perfect product of the product. And I mean, I twisted my ankle, I hurt my knee, but I pushed through the pain. So yeah, because they make you feel, I mean, they make you feel like you can't rest. You can never rest.
Yeah.
If you're rest, you're failing.
You're weak.
Never miss a moment.
You're failing.
Yeah, if you're resting, you're not selling. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Or you double up the next day.
Yep. All right. So this slide, Amber's post said having kids shouldn't be your excuse to not work out and be healthy. They should be the reason why you are. And I've seen many posts from Beachbody moms talk about using their family as the reason to motivate them to work out. So how does seeing posts like this like impact you now, Amber?
I just feel icky about it because like we all have different stories. We all have different situations. And especially being moms, and we all have different issues with our health and our mental health. And that's why I focus so much on, well, you know, I love working out, but I do it because it makes me happy. And it doesn't have to be the same thing every day. You know, I don't have to work out every single day. I could do a meditation or just a stretch. You know, it doesn't you don't have to go hard every single day. And so like I'm definitely guilty of the mom shaming. But really it's like it's sad to me because I look back on that and it's like I focused so much, especially because you see Peyton and Ray there, they're little. And while I was saying, you know, oh, I'm able to stay home and be present for my kids, I was on my phone. My phone was glued to my hand 24/7, you know? So it's just funny to like look back and see like how I was presenting myself and how it really was behind the scenes.
Yeah. Oops, I don't have any sound. I'm not.
Yeah, there's a few videos in here. There was one video that did have music, and I muted it in the presentation, so you don't have to worry about
this video is a follow-up to after me having that surgery.
Okay.
So, look at my insanity shirt and my Shakeology hat.
I love it.
I love it. I was
Beachbody brand.
She's bringing it. Ooh. I remember though, like how hard you had to work to get those things. Like you would work like crazy to get a t-shirt as, you know, a prize or, you know, a Shakeology hat. Because if you wear it, you're totally going to get sales everywhere you go.
Yeah.
People are going to ask
you. Yeah. They're going to ask you, what is that? No, nobody asked me.
No. They see you when they run the other way.
Yeah.
I wear my shirts to work every single day, waiting for somebody to just ask me, what is that? Where'd you get that shirt from? Everybody knew. They didn't want to ask.
I don't think I have sound on this one.
Oh,
are you going to be able to have
too good.
them? This one was so good.
It's playing straight from Canva, so I'm not sure why I don't have sound on it. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let me try to play it.
I was going to say, while you figured that out, in that previous story, maybe I'll post it like to my stories or something. But I was talking about how, I worked from my hospital bed and I made the most money I had made. Holy income claims that I made, over $1,000 just that month, even while I was in the hospital and recovering, having surgery and all of that. And I hit like SC 30 or something, and how you could do it too. And why don't you just come into this coach sneak peek just to see what it's all about? In case you would need an extra $1,000 a month. Like, what would an extra $1,000 a month, how would that benefit you? How could that fit into your life and help you?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of cognitive
our
dissonance.
upline used to give us like templates for talking about our income. Like they encouraged it, and they all were sharing their income every Thursday. We would log into the back office. They were like, "Oh my gosh, look how much I made." So as I was going through posts, I was like, "Holy, we are an FTC nightmare."
Oh, it was
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was so bad. But yeah, this video is so good. I mean, it's so bad that it's good. Like, you know what I mean? It's a good one.
I'm trying to play it in Canva, but it's not playing on my end. So let's see.
You want me to drop it in the?
Yeah, do you mind? And I'll just play it on the stream.
Yeah. Hang on.
In our little photo, is it that, or are you doing Google Drive?
I'll do it in our shared folder. Photo folder.
Okay. Sorry, live chat. Technical difficulties. Okay.
I may have a couple videos, so I'll drop them in so you can see when they show up. I think Cheryl I know had one, and then I've got a couple that the sound is like essential.
Oh, yeah, you gotta watch that.
Okay, I just sent it to I just put it in the shared folder.
All right, let me refresh it. Let's see. Most videos. Let me see. Sorry. Maybe it's still loading. Let me try to look on my phone real quick. Albums. Oh, there we go. Oh, now it showed up. Okay. Let me see if it shows up on my desktop. There we go. All right, let's see. Okay, we got sound. Let me just share. Local video. All right.
How proud I am to be a Beachbody coach. Like, you have no idea the pride that I take in my job, if you can even call this a job, and in this company and the mission that we have in this company. I see so many other MLM companies out there, and how just completely different Beachbody is from all of that. And it makes me grateful that I decided to become a coach, because I feel this company and my team especially just leads with integrity and honesty, and we are truly about serving people and helping people to truly change their lives through living healthier, eating healthier, and not only changing their physical appearance, but helping them to change their mindset. Like, mindset is such a big part of this journey, and you know, I just want you all to know that as a coach, it's really my purpose to help you reach your goals in any way possible. And I want you to know that I don't see you as a dollar sign. I never want you to feel that way.
Amber, we just told
You know,
you do.
I value you as a person above anything else. And, you know, my main mission is, you know, to help you be the best version of yourself. There's, you know,
Oh boy.
Yeah. A lot. A lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you made that video, I'm guessing like you were seeing your upline do stuff like that. You were seeing, you know, probably big trainers doing stuff like that. Not trainers, but top coaches. So is that where you're like,
Yeah,
trying to mimic them?
Yeah, and mind you, that's only 2 minutes. I went on for 10 more minutes. Okay, it just got worse. It just progressively got worse.
Oh no.
But like, they make you think, like, you know, I think all of us have a predisposition to want to help people.
Sure.
Right. And want to have that purpose. Like, I'm helping people better their lives and their situations. And I was not qualified to be doing any of that. Okay. Not qualified in the least. I was blowing smoke up people's asses because I had no business guiding people in their fitness or their nutrition or their mindsets. Okay. Like it was bad, but I went on live, Facebook Live. I did this all the time, did these Facebook Lives where I was just spewing like toxic positivity and in an effort to inspire people to want to join me. Meanwhile, I hadn't, like I said, I had no business doing any of that because I was not educated. I was not certified. I was not licensed to do any of that, which is why I talk so much now about the importance of seeing the professionals and the experts in these fields, because there will be people out there, whether they're in an MLM or not, like the Brittany Dawns of the world. I'm coining a new term, calling them griftfluencers, who are going to prey on people's insecurities with their bodies, with their fears, with their health. And I just don't be trusting anybody that says anything what I just said at all, ever.
But I think the sad thing though, Amber, is like you meant it. Like you were in it. Like
And
I
you
think
even sound different.
Oh my gosh, do you know what? All of us sounded different. In our videos that we did, we had a Beachbody voice. Like, there was a voice. That it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't
even like, I am so proud to be a Beachbody coach and proud of being part of this company. And it's like, hello, like, does anybody really love their job that much?
No. And if you do, you're probably in a cult.
In a cult.
Yep.
You're in a cult.
If y'all have never seen it, it's on Stephen Hassan's website, but there's like a destructive cult structure. And so if you're ever thinking like, oh, I'm in Beachbody, I've never had a bad experience, there's different levels. And there's people at the top, the like super followers, the like lower tier that are still super committed. Then there's fringe members, and there's another outer one too. So like it's very eye-opening if you at least it helped me understand like why so many people can have different levels of experience and like potentially negative experience in these organizations, because there's different ranges of influence and all that stuff.
Yeah. Amber, did you see that one question? Was a video like that scripted, talking points, etc.? Was it copycat?
that was just kind of like inspiration from what I was seeing,
Sure.
like my fellow coaches and stuff saying, but it was just all kind of off the cuff, you know, just getting on live and, you know, from the personal development books I was reading and kind of regurgitating that stuff.
Yeah.
Again, trying to be inspirational so people would want to come and join my team.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like it was a lot. I know. Like I said, I went on for 10 more minutes, and there's a lot more Facebook lives I have saved that are like that.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And Chelsea asked, did any of you feel like business owners, or were you well aware that you were part of a larger company?
I was well aware. I mean, and part of it, I think, for me is that I felt like an employee. I was told by my upline what to do, when to do it. Like, you have to be on these team calls. So it felt like a job quite often. And so I did not feel like I was a business owner. I think it was, my mindset was, well, once I'm big enough that I like feel like I need to get an LLC, then I'm my own business.
Yeah. And that's where my upline was. Like, she made her own LLC because she was like an 8-star diamond.
Wow.
So she like created her own LLC, like I think my second year in it. But like her upline above that, like Kelly said, sharing her heart. It was on my heart to bring this to you, all my heart. And my like grandma upline always liked to say, like her big thing was, don't hold someone else's dream hostage because you're afraid to speak your truth. Something along those
Don't
lines.
hold
I
someone's
think,
future in your mouth. You need to speak out those words. We all were told that.
Oh yeah, we were all told that.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that I did believe wholeheartedly that I had my own business. And I remember now that I think about it and I look back, like I remember being like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm my own boss, you know, like, like, no. And I remember that. But see, when I first, like, so I'm guessing I'm up next. I kind of caught a sneak peek of it. But so when you see it, like, this is from, I'll set it up for you all. This is from when I first joined in about 2013 to 2015. And I had my grandma upline she's still a top leader. And the people that I joined with, like my coach, she was not a top leader. She definitely was just out and reaping the rewards for what we were selling. And so I did have to structure my own Zoom calls, my own all of that, because I didn't have that leadership the first time around.
Yeah, I remember my upline, she got so mad at us one month because we had like no people for the coaching sneak peek. She was pissed.
Yeah.
We all had there was maybe 5 people who had agreed to be there for it. She was so mad. And I was okay, it's not that big a deal. We can share the info with them.
Well, and it's you can get mad at me as much as you want. I didn't have anybody. I tried.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I literally asked everybody already. Been through them 3 times asking them.
Yeah.
A no is not a no. It's a no right now. So they're always everybody that says no to you, they're
right now
list, and you revisit the next month.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready now? Are you ready to do this now?
Yep.
Or for payday. Friday is payday.
Yep. All right. Next up is the incredible Cheryl Spears, podcast host extraordinaire. And as she just said, this is from the beginning days in Beachbody, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was a graphic. I really like to have my little kick play post stuff.
I love it.
Wow. So this was wow. That was my Les Mills Combat. I really love that program. I still like Les Mills now. So I actually do work out to their programs sometimes just because I loved it.
Yeah.
This was me sharing. Y'all remember when we used to have those where they have once a year, they have those big sales where they discount a bunch of things?
The flash
So
sales.
I shared the entire list on my post. Like everybody can see it, you
That's
know?
amazing.
Yeah.
I
Those
appreciate
are my
that,
results. So those results wasn't just from Les Mills Combat. I was notice a lot of these pictures. I was also walking 4 miles a day or running 4 miles a day every day because I was walking 2 miles to work and walking 2 miles home from work. And I would majority of the time run because I could get there faster.
Yeah, I
literally the
forgot.
only
I
reason
was
would run.
running. I was running too, like
Yeah.
3 times a week because I gathered up a harebrained idea
Yeah.
that I was going to run a 5K, and that's
Yep.
the last time I did that. So
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think all of us were doing additional things.
Oh yeah.
And like our whole teams were doing additional things because we weren't getting
Healthy lifestyle.
results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inspirational words from
Oh.
Cheryl Spears.
Okay. Wow.
Cheryl, what is that pose? Were you looking tough?
So
Tough?
I'm flexing my muscles. Yes, that's
Love
me
it.
flexing my muscles. You may not see them, but they helped me get through this work. Wow. I wasn't feeling it at all today and had to give myself a pep talk to just do it. You have days where you feel like nothing you're doing is working. You will have days where you just want to throw in the towel. You will have days where the voice in your head tells you to stop. I do believe in the old saying, what does not kill you makes you stronger. Our experiences, good and bad, make us who we are. By overcoming difficulties, we gain strength and maturity. This is actually just in 2019, and you'll see the difference in the weight gain. The reason that the weight gain came back is because I was in a car accident and and the first thing I wanted to do was eat a cheeseburger after my car accident because I lived, and I never stopped eating. I just started eating again. So naturally the weight comes back on. I mean, eating normal foods again,
Right.
rather than salads and carrots all day long.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh my. So I was a talker.
Oh God.
If you all
long-winded. We've been long-winded forever.
Oh, this one right here. So let me shoot it to you straight for a minute. You might think it's crazy. You might think it's a scam. You might think those products don't work. You might think she's not making money. She is not. You might think I drank the crazy Kool-Aid. You might hate seeing me post about my business and how it's changed my life. God, you might think I brag about being able to do things by something and even if back. You might skim past my post daily. You might block me on Facebook or unfriend me. The truth of the matter is that so many people jump to conclusions before they even look into it first. If you would take a few minutes to think before making an assumption about me or my business, you'd see it differently. Guys, do we see like how brainwashed I was? Because the whole thing is pretty much cut off. But you'd see I'm not crazy. I'm passionate. There's a big difference. You'd see that this is the furthest thing from a scam. You'd try the products and accept that they truly do work. You'd realize that it's possible to make a crap ton of money if you put a little effort into it.
You just killed DeeCee with that last bullet.
Oh my God!
This is next level.
So that post, the other post on the other side is just me talking about the flash sale in that one post.
Okay.
Well, look at what you're saying it though. Feel good in your skin, be able to move around better, live a longer, healthier life, get off medicine,
medicine.
able to play with your kids, whatever your reason. Let's make your dreams come true.
Together.
Or
This, like this post, or send me your email. Ask yourself, why not now? Come on.
Wow.
and no
Just
one, in fact,
join
did
me.
like this post or send you a message. Right?
No, they did not.
And it's crazy because I see these same posts up now with even some of the top coaches, and there are no likes, there are no comment. And
if there are, they are other coaches in their downline or within the company that is liking their post or commenting.
Yep.
So, yeah, this makes me cringe. Because I, in fact, did not make any money.
I know, and the thing is,
Definitely
though, that
lost it.
y'all were doing this because your uplines told you to do it, because they said this is the best way to recruit. This is how you warm up your market. This is how you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so you're following the rules. You're trying to be a good student. You're trying to be teachable. You're trying to be coachable. You're trying to do all this stuff. And what's happening is someone's telling you information that's not accurate, and they're saying, no, this is accurate. And then you're saying, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you're telling your downline the same thing. Oh, no, my upline told me this is accurate, so this is what we're saying. And,
and Cheryl, look at the date. They're both at the end of the month. So they're end of month posts.
Oh, yeah.
Like trying their hardest to get people in.
Yep.
2014, 2016. Wow.
Oh, let me play this video. Hold on.
You can play this one in there because
there's really no sound. There's really no sound in this one.
Music.
This is Pio. That I know that move at the very beginning. That's 100% Pio. And this is my motto: exercise in the morning before your brain figures out what you're doing. And I am still struggling because this is how, like, now if I do not work out in the morning, I struggle the rest of the day to be like, it's okay if you work out tonight.
Yeah, I struggled
It's not
with
over.
that too. Yeah, because it was so ingrained in us that we had to get it done first thing. And that was part of being the product of the product.
I can't believe I did video at that time. This was like in 2013.
Yeah.
2014.
I had videos just like that too of me working.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Our whole iCloud is that.
Wow.
Your only limit is you. And then 70 pounds gone, not lost, because I have no intention of getting it back. And
never, ever give up.
But look at that angle at the picture where you're in the peach. Like,
it was always higher angles.
Yeah. Of course.
And I totally did the quotes on my pictures and everything too.
Yeah. And all of my Instagram, every single social media tag that I have, even Google Plus is on there.
Wow.
Where are these people? I didn't even go to Google Plus. Like, why was I sending people to Google Plus when I wasn't even going to go to Google Plus to even have a conversation? That's ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh. Amy, do we have any pre Amy thoughts before we're gonna look at your
So you got to show that video of mine.
Which one?
Did you do it? You didn't.
Which
was there
which
another
video?
one?
Oh,
did you send me another one?
I did, but it's okay. I'll share it on my. Everybody's probably already seen it with me kissing the Energize.
Oh, I didn't put in any of our Energized dances. We all had them.
Okay.
Y'all will have to follow them on social media, and they will post them in their stories. And you can
like and comment.
And we'll go follow them on Insta spam.
So it's kind of funny. So the picture of me, where it's the intro picture, that was at the Billy Idol concert, and I saw quite a few people. They were like, Billy Idol, no. So the reason we had Billy Idol is because Tony Horton trained him.
Yep. He's good friends with Tony Horton.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so like Tony Horton did the intro, and that is the only reason they got him.
Mhm.
And that was so much fun.
It was awesome. It was a blast.
Yeah, it was great.
And remember, it was the Success Club party, so you had to qualify to be there.
And didn't we
Not
get to
everybody could go?
Just so y'all
yeah.
know,
Oh, go ahead,
this is
Sharon.
why I didn't go. I didn't qualify for this.
Mm.
I was only Emerald coach, and I couldn't afford to go to these places or these things.
I couldn't afford it either, but I pretended that I could.
I literally, my second summit, I hate saying this,
Oh
but
my God.
I walked out of the hotel room without paying. I left without
really?
paying my part. That's how broke I was.
Well,
Wow,
I mean,
Andrew.
and it was crazy. I think we had 6 or 7 in our room. We went and we bought like all the water and snacks and stuff to try and save as much money as possible, but it was so expensive.
Yeah.
And then also with the Billy Idol, if I'm remembering this right, we did get to take a guest with us. So I took my upline who would never have qualified for anything. Because we needed to show how great that our whole team could go.
I didn't even qualify for it, but there was like people on my team who did qualify who were like, I don't want to go see Billy Idol. So they just gave us their wristbands for us to go.
Yeah. Oh, I worked hard to
I tried. I was like this short of hitting
How much
SC.
did you have to be?
I want to
Do you
say you
remember?
had SC 10 for like a certain number of months in a row.
Yeah. I think it was like 3 months in a row.
Yeah, I think it was 3 months as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that last month I was like SC 8. So like I barely
Dear.
Okay.
Oh my God, is that Tanya?
It is.
It
It's Tanya
is.
and Danielle.
And Danielle
Oh
and
my
Autumn.
God.
My grandma upline.
Lee.
And yep.
My grandma
So because, and here's the interesting thing. So you were told that you would further your business if you had pictures of yourself with the super trainer. That made you legit. And nobody that I posted, I'm sure I posted pictures of me.
Hunter.
Hey, Hunter, with Tanya and with Danielle. Nobody knows who they are. But like I had to wait to get a picture with them because so many people wanted pictures with them.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So think about that.
I mean, they were in Insanity, so they knew if you did Insanity, you knew Tanya because she was the machine, and Danielle too. But
think about that when we talk about why we share Beachbody coaches stuff. I mean, think about that. In Beachbody, they are celebrities.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's see, 𝐔𝐒𝐄, so 𝐔𝐒𝐄's wife was success partners with a coach here in Idaho. At the time we were living in Seattle, but we drove from Seattle to Idaho like 16 hours so that I could come to this big event.
And what's your shirt say?
Was it like Super Weekend?
My milk, your milkshake ain't bringing nobody to the yard.
Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, here's the thing.
Does that include psychology?
I wore that one with 𝐔𝐒𝐄, and then I wore Faith Over Fear with Tony Horton. So, you know, I was full bought in on all of them. I would say the ones that were my favorite were definitely Tony Horton and Chris Downing.
Yeah, I'm sure. They seem sweet.
Wait, is that Autumn Calabrese?
Yes. So
Look at DeeCee's face.
Autumn and Chris were both, so this was on the Success Club trip in Punta Cana. And again, you had to meet qualifications in order to earn the meet and greet and pictures with them. So and again, it was probably SC 10, like 3 months in a row or 6 months in a row, something like that. And like, I worked so hard to get those stupid pictures. And Chris was so sweet and like gave me this huge hug, and he was just awesome. And Autumn was like, come here, You're done. Like she was just rude.
Yeah. I remember seeing her at Summit in Nashville, and she was like walking. She had like a bodyguard with her. Okay. And she was like walking to a car, and like we were standing on the street. There was a bunch of us coaches, and we're waving at her like, "Hi, Autumn. Hi. Like, we love you." And she just looked at us and got in the car.
What?
It doesn't surprise me though. It really doesn't.
Well, and I mean, let's talk about this for a second. Even with Danielle and Tanya, those were both at the Success Club trip as well. My husband was probably out at the pool with the other husbands, and we were inside doing workouts and doing trainings and doing meet and greets. And like, there were so many times that I missed that. And bless his heart, he even came with me to a couple of them. And then he was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this. But also I saw in my memories from those, I went to the workouts that we did there. And then I still did workouts outside of that in Punta Cana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I qualified for that Punta Cana trip, but I was waitlisted because all of the top coaches got to pick first. And so they ran out of room for both like waves or whatever. Yeah. And I worked hard to qualify for that. And I was pissed because I couldn't get a spot because they gave preference to the top coaches first.
Well, and that free trip cost us around $4,000. My husband's sitting over here. So I think our free trip was around $4,000 because I paid for my upline to go.
Oh.
What?
Our brains are breaking right now.
So,
oh my God.
My husband just like shaking his head. He's like, ugh. So we had just gotten, I think we had gotten our tax return back. And it was so important to me. It wasn't my direct upline. It was her upline. So like 2 away from me. And it was so important for me that she go because we were such good friends, that, you know, she was going to pay me back. And
she didn't.
Did she?
No. No. She did pay me back as much as she could. But here's the thing. I think she was still paying off her Success Club trip from before that. Because like, and you had
the voucher they would give you, it was only worth, like, you could only get like $1,300.
Well, and
like,
you didn't get no flights, and it was expensive to fly into Punta Cana. I think that most of it was our flights, and then it was a whole thing. So they paid for this stay at the Hard Rock Hotel and all of that. But that was it. If you did any excursions, if you did anything extra, and then taking money for tips, you know, all of that was additional. And your transportation. You had to take care of your own transportation from the airport to the hotel.
And did you have to pay taxes on your stay? That trip, was that listed on your taxes that you had to pay next year?
It's a write-off. It's a write-off. I feel like David Rose. It's a write-off.
It's a
I love that part of the episode. It's my favorite. I love it.
Oh my God.
Who writes it off?
The write-off people.
The write-off people. It's a write-off.
Okay, brace yourself. So the next one is a video, and you're gonna need to. This
play
one,
the other one.
Yeah, you've got it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have it. Let me pull it. Let me open it up.
Okay, so as you're opening it up, kids were content. They just were. You used your kids for content.
Yeah.
And now it's different. If I post my kids in my stories or in anything, I have gotten permission from them. Before, they were just in.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think twice about it.
For me, it's just easier. I don't know. I like to kind of cram everything in. And
Big brother can have that.
Kelly, no more.
Yes,
this is mom
more.
life at its finest. No more.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So and this kind of goes back to Amber. You're working all the time, right?
Yeah.
So she's sitting there waiting for me to play a game with her or do something. And I was trying to create a video for my challenge groups on why I liked to do intermittent fasting.
Mm.
And so, yeah. And I mean, anyone who has seen Callie, like she's content for days. That girl.
Yeah. Well, in my video, I cut off like the first part of it because it was just Ray was sitting there with her iPad super loud and she was like trying to get attention and she's like screaming in the video. I mean, her and DJ, she was like DJ's age in that. So, I mean, it was just, you used them for everything. Like,
Everything.
with the daily sunshine
That stuff
and
was nasty.
the like I think Sean T did like a kids like a family workout type
So
thing.
did Tony Horton had one too.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I mean, the number of videos that I had of me working out with my kids was crazy. All right. So the next one is the other video.
Okay, let me pull it up. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you don't want to. Yeah. Trigger
Okay.
warning.
Oh, let me go back. Let me just pull it out. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
So trigger
no-
warning on this one.
No children were permanently harmed in the making of this video. They were.
He is okay, and he did forgive me. He did
Okay.
not want to talk to me for a day or so. But here's the
Yes.
thing. So you would wake up early to work out so you could show like how important it was to work out before they they were up and doing all of that. Or you showed, do you know what? I can still do this while taking care of my kids. My kids are around me, but I can still do this and I can still take care of myself. And so like you could spin it whatever way, whatever situation you were in to make it work. It was Double Time was Tony Horton's
oh
one.
yeah.
I made my kids do that one. It was so bad.
Your kids. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so this particular clip, I was doing core to force and they all record their workouts. And like, I have so many workouts recorded. And so I happened to be recording. I had warned my children, I just want to say this, core to force, I'm going to be punching and kicking. Please do not come around me. They
Oh.
did not listen. And I did not pay attention. Oh, Emma, you are here at the right time.
Emma,
I was so
you're
focused
here.
on my workout. Yeah, I was so focused on my workout that I was not paying attention to my children. So that's
Okay.
Emma.
I'm gonna pause it because I want to make it as big as possible. So one moment.
Oh, and I did have to slow it down because slow-mo makes everything better.
Okay. Ready? Last
Oh,
chance for
Lord.
y'all to hop out. Look away.
Close your eyes.
Not that child. Oh. Okay.
Baby.
The hair flying, the like this sound. Oh, like
Poor baby.
And do you know what? I did a post after that and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to be so careful. And you could see him in the background with my oldest cuddling him because he was like, don't touch me, lady. Like, and again, though, it's one of those things. And so now when I see some of them working out with their kids, I'm like, you could hurt them. Like,
Yeah.
Even with the, like, I have a
I've
video
hurt my
of
kids.
when Elvis was a puppy. Like I was doing, I can't remember what I think I was doing the 22-minute hardcore that Tony Horton
Hardcore?
program.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Elvis was a puppy and I like literally stepped on him. Like I about kicked him.
Or like the sandbag, like
Yeah, I've done that too.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was Declan's, and Declan all the time is like, Mom, will you show me the video of you kicking me?
Oh my gosh.
He's now fine. He's fine. Poor baby. He's fine. No permanent damage. And he did forgive me.
Also,
Good.
Amy, I had those same leggings.
You know,
Beachbody.
No, they're
Oh, okay.
Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
So I had an addiction to Victoria's Secret clothes. Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Can't
Sorry.
help but watch it again, huh?
I
Like-
know. I just can't.
No, so I had a Victoria's Secret sports line addiction. So those were
Me
Victoria's.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did
yeah.
too.
All right, so this is where I get fairly wordy. So here I can read this one. These garbage bags represent a lot of baggage in my life. They're filled with the clothes that are now too big to fit me. It took a lot of guts to get rid of those clothes. They were my safety net. Whenever I've lost weight in the past, I've always kept my clothes just in case. I was setting myself up for failure by accepting the fact that the weight would come back. No more. I am done holding on to the past and old habits. I've made permanent change and I refuse to go back. The new me is amazing and here to stay. What is your baggage? Thoughtless comments from others? Self-doubt? Friends or family members who refuse to support you? Let your baggage go. Whatever may be holding you back from being your best self, let it go. Decide today that you are moving on and nothing will stop you. Believe in yourself again.
Oh, Amy. Now, I know we're snarking on ourselves, but like for me, as someone who like is always scared to give my clothes away because my weight does fluctuate, and that would have connected with me, and it's always like I always like kick myself, and I know I'm supposed to like I'm still figuring out what the hell I'm doing, like trying to just be healthy and like support whatever, love myself where I'm at, but I'm like those kind of things are like, yeah, like, you know, release them, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah. So I had gotten rid of, I don't even know how many things of clothes, but I didn't have money to replace them, right? So I don't know if any of you guys are on, like, I don't know if it's still a big thing because nobody's on Facebook, but like the buy nothing groups on Facebook, or like the free groups. That's where I had gotten like all of my new clothes, because there's no way we could afford a new wardrobe,
Right,
for me, and it's like, oh my gosh, Beachbody is doing, like, everything's going so well. I got to get rid of all my clothes and get all these new clothes. And I was lucky because we lived up in the Seattle area, so I got some great stuff. But
yeah,
It's funny that you say that, because that brings back a memory for me when I would go, like when we, tax season, when you get your taxes back, we would go, and fitness clothes, I'd be like, honey, we can write it off. It's a business expense now. So I would get like 4 pairs of Nike shoes and like workout, like the amount of money that I cringe. Cringe. I mean, yeah, we do buy clothes and stuff now, but it's like not for my business, and I don't need to do it all the time, because for me, I felt like I couldn't wear the same workout outfit like multiple times in a row, or else
they had to look good.
yeah,
And you're doing videos all the time.
yeah.
And then I had the added of, I would call them costume changes. I would probably go through, I don't know, 2 to 3 workout outfits a day, because I was doing my own workout, and then I was teaching, and then I was teaching again. And so I would, it was like, well, I have to have all these clothes because I'm changed 3 times a day. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy. Oh, this next one. Oh.
Buckle up. Here we go.
All right. So, giving it to you straight. Look at that picture.
Uh-oh. I feel like
Okay.
Amy's about to yell at us. Maybe
No.
not.
This is one where, like, and
It's a cat post.
this is the I'm failing, and
Oh,
this
no.
is asking for forgiveness.
Yeah.
type post. So
Oh, no.
let's have some honest talk here. When I started Insanity Max 30 over 6 weeks ago, my goal was to kill it and get some amazing results. I have failed at that. Why have I failed? I have shown up every day for my workouts, and I've given my all. However, results are made in the kitchen, not the gym. And I have blown my nutrition. I have given into cravings and been totally inconsistent. As a result, I haven't made progress in the last 6 weeks. I am committed to being totally real with you guys and including you on my journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The last 6 weeks have been on the ugly side. So I'm switching things up a bit with my diet to see if I can figure out how to get my hormones and cravings under control. I'm still going to be drinking my superfood shake every day. I could never give that up. The thing I've realized is that there are so many different plans out there because different things work for different individuals. If you'd like to try this with me, I'd love to have you. I'm hitting it hard for the next 2 weeks, then trying to stick with it on vacation and continuing when I get home. Part of this plan is daily Shakeology. The nutrient-dense shake has truly changed my health and life for the better. If you've been wanting to try it, I'm going to offer a special today only. I will do a special $25 rebate for anyone that completes an order today. I truly am committed to helping as many people as I can change their lives. That's why I'm offering this. I want to help you get results. If you are ready, today is the day. So this is an interesting, like, foreshadowing one.
Sure.
So you can tell in this one, like, I'm struggling getting results anymore. I don't understand. I'm trying to follow the nutrition, but I can't. Like, I couldn't do it. And so you can tell in this post that I was starting to switch over to doing the Melissa McAllister diet first, and then switching over to keto. And so when and this post actually got me in a little bit of trouble with my upline because I was being too honest.
Wow.
And showing the negative.
And I
Yeah.
was showing the negative, and I was showing that there are different things for different people, and that I was going to switch up what I was doing. And the rest of the people that were in that group.
Uh-oh. We lost her.
No. Amy.
For all of you that don't understand, Amy's been having issues with her internet, so
Oh my
she'll
gosh.
pop in and pop out.
Seriously, my husband even was like, I went and reset everything. But we were not supposed to tell people that we were not following the container system and the plan. And I couldn't do that. I was like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And so then I offered a $25 rebate. That would have come out of my $40 commission.
Yeah. And you know, we always are like, why aren't coaches being honest? Why are they telling the truth? Because they freaking get in trouble with their uplines. You know what I mean? Like I keep forgetting.
Or you don't make a sale.
Or you don't make a sale, but it's like, but there's also something to be like, if you're freaking scared, if you're gonna get yelled at or shamed on the team call for not doing the right thing, it's like, you know, sometimes it gets a little more stressful to try to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't. Did any of you guys do Insanity Max 30?
I tried.
Of course I did.
made
I was
it
an
barely
insanity fanatic.
It was so hard.
It's hard.
It was so hard. And I did not give myself any credit for doing it. Like, I was doing it. And all I could see was that I didn't have a before and after. So that meant that I was.
Oh, I should have. That's the picture I meant to share with you all the day I got my Insanity Max 30 stuff. Dang.
Yeah. And see what Emma's told, your honesty is a liability. It absolutely is. It totally is. And so this was in April, and I did not switch over to do Prove It until like November. I tried so hard to make it work, and it just, I couldn't do it.
Can I ask you a question? When you were doing this program, it sounds like you were hungry on this program, and that the container system is you're not getting enough food. We know that by all these people who have reviewed the program, who are like I know Brianna Jewell reviewed it. I know some other people have as well. It's like it's not enough food for someone who's working out, and so it's like a lot of these Beachbody coaches are probably hungry, like legitimately, like they're not getting enough nutrition.
Hangry. We were hangry.
We absolutely were. And then you're like, okay, well, and it's interesting to me too, even if you look at the nutrition requirements for the various programs, they really should be different. And Chris Downing, one of the things they did not like with his program is that he did his own meal plan, and he released his own meal plan for that had a lot more containers in it and different containers. Yeah, he wanted you to eat vegetables, but he was like, no, you need more protein and fat.
Yeah.
Because you're lifting weights. And so
And you're progressing.
And
because with his program, you had to progress. You went from 25 minutes, 35 minutes to 45 minutes. And they were intense workouts too. It was kind of like insanity, but with weights and it was intense.
Yeah. Jen has some posts on it, but I mean because the nutrition that you need if you're lifting super heavy is going to be different than bar blend, you know, but you don't take that in. And then I was also teaching classes on top of that. So I was doing Insanity Max 30 in the morning, and then I was teaching classes at night.
Yeah.
And I was not adjusting my containers because you need to move more and eat less is what I was over and over.
Wow. That's awful.
Yeah. So now this next post, I put this in here because I want to show you guys this post has been around forever. So this post is in 2017. Did you know that it costs $250,000 to start a Dunkin' Donuts franchise? It costs $400,000 to start a Pizza Hut franchise. It costs $1.4 million to start a McDonald's franchise. Did you know it costs $39.95 to start your own business with Team Beachbody? So I'm not even going to read the rest of it. This is strictly like a copy paste, word for word, and and everybody did it, and you could see them, and then that was the picture that went with it. Worked with amazing women, and I mad faced out their faces. And this picture was super, like, it meant a lot to me at the time because this was. Have you guys seen like when you're with your family and they have like 5-generation posts, like you with your grandma? This is my 5-generation post. So I'm with my coach, her coach, and her coach.
Wow.
And we were all at a diamond retreat together. Hence the matching shirts.
We need matching shirts. I'm just kidding.
I'm saying, like, yeah.
Wow.
And that, yeah. And again, that was another thing that was very.
And what about the one where so-and-so was 30 when they started, or they were like a barista at 30 years old, or so that you could appeal like to the older population as well.
It's never too late to start. It's never, and you would find different pain points for different things. And and then you would exploit it. And like Jen said, she did this post a ton of times. There were some certain posts, and normally they would send them out and be like, hey, you guys, if you're struggling, because if you notice, again, look at the date, March 23rd. It's the end of the month. We're struggling. And so everyone send this post out.
Yep.
And so you do.
Wow.
Send it out. Yeah.
And I think it's good, like y'all are going over and talking about all of these old posts, but I think what's really smart is you're saying we posted it at this time because there's a push at the end of the month. And so if you're, so like pulling the curtain back a little bit so that other people can learn from it. It's like if you feel some kind of divine connection with someone's post at month end, they're doing it because they're trying to make numbers and they're trying to get those points to rank up. It's not that... In my opinion, it's not that they have something that to offer that your life is going to be changed if you decide to take it. So
yeah. And then I threw the last slide in just for Cheryl.
Oh God.
Oh my God. This is pork rinds.
Yes. If you.
Oh my God.
Oh.
This looks awful.
Oh no.
Amy forced her family to eat that.
Okay, and I have a video of it. I found the video of them trying.
Where is it? Is it on here?
No.
Next slide.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Amy, please send it to me so I can share it with like the podcast, like the audio over the podcast. Put your family in the background eating it.
And
you're gonna have to post it to your stories and then tag all of us.
Yeah.
Well, because
Yes, please.
and Anna, I'm like, here, Sam, try this. And my oldest, and I asked her too, I'm like, hey, Sam, if I find videos of you, can I use them? She's like, yeah, that's fine. Which ones, Mom? She's like,
Oh.
are they me working out with you? Are they you making me eat something? Is it like she knew, like these were the posts that I made you do with me.
Right.
But she tried it and she was like, what is it? And I was like, oh, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just try it. And she's like, it's okay. And I was like, I think you just got too crunchy of one. Let me try a different pork rind.
Oh
It's
my
chocolate on it, right?
God.
Is that what's on it?
So it's like chocolate, all natural peanut butter, and and then the
Pork rind.
swerve powdered sugar. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a ride on your digestive system a little bit. At least
my
on
God.
Pork
mine.
rinds.
Everyone
Peanut
that's
butter and chocolate and sugar.
But there's no Shakeology in that, right?
No.
Thank
no.
God.
Potato.
Phew.
Yeah, no, some of the food posts that I found, especially from my keto time, oh man.
Mm.
Brutal.
It
We
is.
should
It's
have
brutal.
we should have a taste around the world stream where you just show us all your food
Oh
you
my
made.
God. Well, maybe we should. I'll send out the recipe for Keto Crunch, and we can all try that one.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'll definitely try it.
Don't say it's good.
I was
Please
even gonna
don't say it's
It's not horrible.
I mean, I like pork rinds, but
I do too. I like pork rinds.
Hold on. Let
It
me
might
get
be
Peanut butter
better.
and chocolate.
Let me get an opinion. Curran, were they that bad? It was horrible. That's what my
See?
husband said. It was horrible.
Wait, why were they horrible?
Why was it horrible, Curran? He's like, really? Why are you asking me that? It's kind of obvious with the ingredients.
No, it's not as obvious
Hello.
because Shakeology Muddy Buddies is awful because you powder the Muddy Buddies with the Shakeology. Just dry Shakeology on the outside. It's disgusting. I could imagine though, pork rinds are crunchy and then they're encased in peanut butter and chocolate and sugar. So I don't know why they were that bad.
But think about the taste of pork rinds. Like any
Yeah.
pork rind that you get, these are like the bland ones, right? There's no like
Yeah.
barbecue seasoning or anything.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Think about when you're eating a pork rind, you always have that kind of taste of pork.
savory.
Oh,
It's
sure.
like-
Okay.
Savory.
Yeah, and then you add peanut butter to that with chocolate and sugar.
Yeah.
Think of that, DeeCee.
Well, I am thinking about it, and I kind of want to try it now because I can't
Oh, yeah.
exactly. I mean, is it going to be better than plaster and metal and pea protein? It sounds like it has to be better than that.
I mean,
I love DeeCee because she could totally she's like, I just want to try it. Like, let me.
I
try
mean,
it, see what it
we'll
says.
plan a taste test. I'll send you a recipe.
At
Ugh.
this point, after trying the Jelly Bellies on my live with Amy, anything has to taste better than dirty dishwater Jelly Bellies. Anything has to at this point.
This is better.
Shakeology tastes better. Shakeology tastes better than dirty water or dishwater Jelly Bellies in the Bean Boozled. It's awful.
Emma, can you send me the rec for your social media manager job? Because so
yeah.
send it away, please.
So the one thing though, I was like, I really do need to make sure I talk about this. As I was going through posts today, because I went through a lot of stuff that I haven't gone through since I posted it way back when. There is that part of you as well that is still like, oh man, I looked good.
Yeah.
Wow. Like you still have those remnants in there that you're like, wow, maybe it wasn't that bad. Like maybe, because you still like you remember the good parts. I guess maybe it's like when you have a baby and you block out all the you block out the labor and you're like, oh, look at this beautiful thing that I got, but I forgot all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the important reasons why we talk about it is because we have to keep reminding ourselves too, like, no, like we're badasses. We went through that. We did that. And we are now changing it. And we're now, but it's hard and it's it is a constant process. Like Amber said, like, you know, you have to fight that, you know, oh, if I don't work out in the morning, there's no point in working out, or this doesn't count as movement.
Yeah.
Like I feel some of those old things running through my head. And some of them I could look at and be like, that was just absolutely insane. And some of them I'm like, oh, wait, I still do that.
Yeah.
I actually did one today. My husband was like, do you think we could change, and some days we can work out in the afternoon, evening? And I was like, no, I have to work. Like I work out in the morning. Like that's when I work out. And then it's like, oh, why? Why am I saying that? Am I saying that because it really does work better for me? Or am I saying that because I'm conditioned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a definitely a
I think
maze.
you're
It's a
conditioned.
maze.
For me, I'm conditioned when it comes to for me, I think when I wake up in the morning, I want to always, I have time to work out, but I feel like I'm like bucking the system of Beachbody and not doing it in the mornings. And then I'm like, I'll do it at lunchtime because I can take an hour lunch break and I work from home. Right. And I'm like, no, I just don't want to do it now. It's that. And I just put it off, and I'm still working on that part, just putting it off and being okay with a rest day and not doubling up on my workouts.
Yep.
Yeah. So like I strained my back last week. So like on Saturday. So I haven't worked out this week. And I'm like, okay, like rather than go to the gym, I'm going to take a hot bath in Epsom salt and soak my back. And that's what I need today. And that's okay. Where before I'd be like, no, push through,
Push through the pain.
Uh-oh.
Every time she gets going. It's like
Carl.
Universe
it's Carl
is like it's Carl. Carl in the universe.
Which, speaking of Carl, that the Beachbody champagne celebration thing is this weekend. So we're definitely going to have to snark on that with their
heck,
the new platform launching and everything.
I think it's pretty funny that they're doing that. Like, right. I mean, it's a week before the earnings call. Like,
yeah. They're trying to pad their excitement before they get yelled at by their investors.
I think that's why they have so many things that they're changing the beginning of this month, is that they're trying to make it new and shiny versus him having to account for what happened fourth quarter. New program, new all the things. Yeah.
What's wild?
Emma, very inclusive for anyone who doesn't drink or struggles with addiction.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God. Well,
yeah.
Let me see. Do you have another slide in here? Let me see.
I just said don't join an MLM on the last one.
Oh, we need to show that one. Of course we do. As Aaron B says, don't join an MLM. And we love that.
Yes.
We love that. Oh my God.
I just want to just really quickly say something, because then I do need to get off so I can go eat.
Sure.
I just want people to understand. So I comment earlier that was like all like top leaders are like this. I know, right? I get that. For me, I feel comfortable talking about Beachbody because I can understand the behavior. Because even though I was with those other companies, I mean, it works. They ruined me with the "Hey girl" messaging, like, period, but I just know how many people do not know that Beachbody is an MLM scam. At all. They think that it's just like Peloton. And for me, it's like, I don't want somebody to not like unknowingly get caught up because they believe they're going to save a discount on trying to work out and feel better and end up losing money like I did. So that's why I focus on Beachbody, period. I'll share other MLM stuff, but I just want people to understand that, and I'll most likely, and I will definitely, I love it when people come onto the podcast and talk to me about theirs, because I'm like, yes, I can ask questions and I can learn about how your stuff works. I don't mind that. But for me, that's why I focus solely on Beachbody, is because of that.
Same.
Yeah.
And to some degree, I am going to start talking about Prove It a bit more, just because I mean, that was my big wake up call. I finally just threw away some of my ketones that had expired. I don't know how long ago, that I found in my garage,
Yeah.
and so I can talk about that to some degree, but Beachbody was like my heart and soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that
I
is
literally,
I talk
I
about the most.
bled blue. Like I bled blue. Like I was, I mean, yeah. I mean, and so I get it. I get where these people, where everybody's mindsets are. I understand it, and whenever I come across or I talk about like Beachbody or a Beachbody coach or whatever, it's not out of malice. It's because I understand what they're trying to do, and I'm trying to prevent people from falling for what they are trying to get you to join into.
Yeah,
Period.
it's behavior, because
Mhm.
we were this. That's why we did this tonight, because
Yeah.
we exhibited
Behavior.
and modeled those same behaviors.
Yes.
I think we understand more than anyone how to interpret what these coaches are doing and what they're really saying, and how they really manipulate their words and their actions and their social media to curate this perfect image to inspire people to want to join them. And that's why we do what we do, and we call out the coaches, because ultimately they are the mouthpieces for Carl and everybody else to get the message out.
And
Absolutely.
also, I mean, we share it. We email compliance. We email FTC. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They think it's going to be that they think it's, hidden in the safety of their email things. We don't see any change behavior. I've emailed compliance a bunch of times, not the amount that Jen or Cheryl or Amber or Amy have, but then they're like, oh, this poor fool is just thinking they're going to email us and we're going to get away with it. No, Twitter's going to find out about it. YouTube's going to find out about it. Instagram's going to find out about it. And even if it's just one person that they're like the kind of rose-colored glasses get lifted a little so they can see clearly, it's freaking worth it. It's freaking worth it.
Yep,
absolutely. And I think it is making a difference, because now we're even seeing it referenced in like news articles and different things, that there is a bigger anti-MLM movement coming out and doing all of these things and providing education and providing knowledge. But I mean, even I emailed compliance last week and I asked them about their affiliate program, and they were like, oh, I'm going to have to pass you to a different department, and never heard from that other department.
Yep. They just put you in the abyss of, passing you around, hoping that you're going to get tired out and not say anything, or not, be like, okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Deceiving consumers matters, because you shouldn't be doing it. And if we're the only people that care about it, and thank goodness there's a lot of people speaking up about this, but it's us against this huge multi-million-dollar company, and lots of multi-million dollars, even billion-dollar companies. Herbalife is a billion-dollar company. So is Amway. And it's like, okay, we're going to do what we can in our corner of the internet, and hopefully it starts to spread, and hopefully more people speak up.
Slowly starting to chip away at the foundations. And this is, I mean, I've been doing this since 2018. So it's been years of me doing this.
Part of it too is also for people to realize that they are not crazy, that they're not the only one.
Yes.
That, because I think we all felt that. We were like, what is wrong with me? Why couldn't I make it work? And it's because it's designed to not work. And Jen mentioned we did get compliance to have Hlea change her bio. But when I sent them, I sent them all.
You go ahead.
10. I sent them all top 10. All of the top 10 coaches' bios. None of them said that they were Beachbody coaches. And Beachbody's response to me was, we have too many other things to worry about right now. We're not looking.
Yeah. And that's why I started reporting them to the FTC first, and then sending that info along to compliance afterwards. And that's how we got Emily Fowler to delete her stories about how doing the ultimate reset helped her get pregnant. Ultimate reset
Yeah.
and 80-day obsession helped her
Mhm.
get pregnant. No, ma'am,
And
you can't do
think
that.
about when Ashley Fulver, oh not Ashley Fulver, Ashley Molstead got in trouble because she was telling somebody that she could help them with her eating disorder, her daughter with the eating disorder. We got Ashley to where she has to separate her body positive badass business with her coaching business, with her Beachbody coaching business. It has to be separated. I have the whole reel on my page that with Ashley talking about it on her podcast. So it's little things, like you publicly tell someone, somebody asks you, can you help me help my daughter with her eating disorder? And you say that you can?
Yep.
Again, it
What?
goes back to none of these coaches are qualified and they don't have any business guiding anybody in any of this. And
For
why
some
we
reason,
always emphasize to see the experts, the
Yeah,
experts
but
in the
they
field.
made us think that we did. Like
You
I
were
truly,
experts.
like I
Yeah.
knew what to do.
Yeah.
And it's like
But
I
that's
don't
because they gave us a script of the
Yep.
questions to ask and the responses we should give them.
Yeah.
Very
Well, but you
vague
also,
responses at that.
if you think about this, you have the FAQs that are in the back office. So any question that you got that you really didn't know the answer to, you could just look it up in the FAQs in the back office, and most likely, and you give that answer. Or if it's your person coming to you for what you are actually putting out into the world, you just make up some stuff and hopefully it sticks. Like I literally believed I was an expert in, my God, I even say it now. I'm like, please don't listen to me. I am not a professional. This is just my experience.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she did blame
Wait.
that on her cousin.
Yeah. She,
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
y'all think that one person or two people can't do anything, you should look at what Savannah and Kira and Kat and Amanda did and Jess. And look, it's not being excited that people are getting fined $15,000 a piece. The Department of Justice is fining 3 people $15,000 a piece for saying that their essential oils could
Would
fix
cure-
the vid, could
would-
cure the vid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and using that to personally profit and preying on people's fears about getting sick and saying an essential oil can fix that, and you just have to buy this many oils and get what kind of protocol. Like people, small activists did that, and they got it to Tina, and then Tina got it to the FTC, and the FTC got the attention of the Department of Justice. So if you don't think that what you're doing matters, it does matter, and and so I want to encourage anybody, speaking up does matter. Even if you're the only person speaking up, you're not crazy. And if you're in Beachbody and you feel like you're stuck and that you're the only one who's not doing it right, listen to all of them. Listen to Amy and Amber and Cheryl and Jen, because you're not crazy.
And
You're not
DeeCee.
alone.
And DeeCee.
Oh, and me too, but I wasn't in Beachbody. I mean, Young Living, I'll tell you all about that, or Mary Kay, but but yeah. Oh.
All right, I'm
Okay.
off, y'all. I got to eat some food.
All right.
Yeah, me too. I have to
Thank
go
you,
make
that's
dinner
fine.
and children are screaming. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
All right. Okay, everybody have a good night.